welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we have Inam with me, my husband.
Hi guys.
Those of you who have or haven't seen, the last video that we posted was our reaction to our Mehndi / pre-wedding party trailer. So this video is going to be the story time about what happened with the venue
and what didn't happen.
Yeah, and what didn't happen basically. So if you haven't seen the other video, please go do that first. I will add a little link here, up here somewhere, so you can go watch that one first, then come back to find out what happened. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So basically, our Mehndi happened on a Wednesday, I think it was the 31st of July. Yeah. So me and my mum, leading up to the Mehndi, me and my mum looked for so many venues. We just wanted like a community hall / like a church hall, a hall basically that would fit about 150, 170 people, and where they have a kitchen so we can arrange our own food. We literally looked everywhere, when I tell you everywhere in our local surrounding areas as far as we were willing to travel for it. And we came across this church hall in Orpington. I don't know if I remember the name of what it was called, but it was a church hall in Orpington. We went to go and view it, and then we signed the documents, put all our details down, paid a deposit of, I think it was 200 or 250. I paid there up front, and then the rest I assumed that we were supposed to pay on the day or closer to the time. So the man that served me there, he took all my details down on a piece of paper. I took a picture of that. He kept the original page, and we thought, yeah, that's booked, it's done, it's sorted. We booked it back in, I want to say March / April, and then obviously our event took place in July. So we thought, done and dusted, booked well in advance, you don't have to worry about it now. So that was that. The guy didn't really give me too many more instructions. He just said, oh, we'll be in contact with you. So I was like, okay, that's fine, you've got my number, you've got my email, just contact me when you need me. So now fast forward to the 31st of July. Obviously in the morning we were both busy doing our nikah. So I had mine at my house, I want to say at like 11 a.m. And then you had yours.
Just after yours.
Just after.
You had to come round.
Yeah, so between like 11 and 1, let's say, we were busy with actually getting married. And then in that time, I still hadn't heard from the venue, but I just assumed that they know that our event is today. So when we show up there, there'll be somebody there who will take the rest of the money and open it up for us to set up all of our stuff. So that's what I thought was happening. So after we did our nikah, I was busy getting my makeup and hair done for my Mehndi. What was he up to after the nikah?
Oh, the house was like busy, isn't it? Like everyone was around my house, so just chilling really, getting ready. Everyone was getting ready, wasn't it, for the event? Yeah, okay, so we're both getting ready basically, and we all got ready on time. So all my bridesmaids, all my family, me, myself, we were all ready. The hall we were supposed to have from 5:30 till about midnight. 5:30 because we needed time to set up. So the DJ, the photography company, the stage decorating company, they were all going to turn up at 5:30 to set up everything that they needed to set up. A bunch of my bridesmaids and some of your groomsmen were going to go early as well to let them in and guide them and set up all the other stuff and help with all of that. So on my side, everybody got deployed on time. And did your boys get there on time as well? Yeah, so both sides, we all had everybody get there on time, 5:30. 2 cars were there, one from his house, one from mine. The videographers showed up, the staging people showed up, the DJ showed up. Everybody was waiting, but the hall was locked. There was no sign of anybody at the hall. There was no key left, no call, no text, no message. So we started calling the hall people. Oh shoot, I just burped. Why do I always do this? So we started calling the hall people. I'm in the middle of getting my hair done or just getting ready, like almost ready basically. And then I get a call from my bridesmaid who was over there saying that I'm not trying to stress you out, but we can't get hold of the hall people. And there's nobody there, and it's closed. And I was like, right, okay, maybe just wait till 6 o'clock, because from 6 o'clock is when
the actual event starts is what we told the hall people, and they said, okay, that's fine, we'll give you that extra half hour before to set up. So I was like, just wait it out till 6. I'm sure somebody will turn up. This is their number, this is their email. Try and get in contact with them. So on their side, over there, they were all trying to get hold of the guy. Nobody was picking up, nobody was answering. They went next door around the church to the houses around it and asked, is anyone there today? Is it open today? Like, do you know what's happening? Why is it shut? And stuff like that. Literally no answer. Nobody knew. Obviously the neighbours, they wouldn't really know, but we just had no communication from them at all. At this point it got to 6 and I was like, shoot, what do we do? Let's just try and freaking find another hall. Just start calling them up. So my bridesmaids who are at home with me, I told them, just start calling up other halls, just start calling up other places, forget this place. If they turn up, they turn up. If not, we need to find somewhere else ASAP. I don't know how I managed to remain calm in all of that time when all of that was happening. I don't know how. I just was like, it's fine, it's gonna get sorted. You guys go do what you need to, call other places, stay in contact with the other lot that are at the hall, and just keep an eye out and keep me updated. So that was as far as I knew what was going on. In the end, it got to, what time did everyone get to yours?
What time was the event?
It was meant to be at 6. I think guests were supposed to come from 6 to 6:30.
It was probably around 6:30 to 6:40 towards 7.
So that's when everyone went to yours instead.
I think so.
Yeah. So at home,
there were some people that were already going towards the hall that lived further away.
Yeah.
So we had to divert them across to our house.
So people were like, our guests had already left. A lot of them lived quite far, and they want to get there on time as well. So a lot of them are already on their way. They already had the address to this hall, which is still locked shut, no way to get in. Then that's when kind of like panic set in, but I didn't really have to deal with it. Like, it was my parents who were both home, my bridesmaids, and then your side, I don't know, were they on the phone to you guys? Like,
yeah. We was like calling people up left, right and centre.
Yeah, so
was crazy.
We didn't know what to do. And then how did it end up being in your garden then?
Okay, so we had like a few people calling different places. So like, I was on the call somewhere, and then as soon as someone's like, yeah, let me find out, I'm like, okay, cool, let me call you back in 5 minutes, and then call the next person up. So there's about 3-4 of us like frantically calling every small hall, church, school, whatever around the area. And then I think my dad must have like pulled me to the side when I was like shooting past him, like on the phone again, and he was just like, why don't we just do it here? And I was just like, I didn't even think about that, like. And then from that point onwards, like, we decided, I think he pulled me and my brother upstairs, like, away from everyone else, because he wanted it to be like an internal decision. And obviously he asked us, do you want to just do it here? And we just went with that. Well, at that point we didn't have anything else.
Yeah, at that point it was like 6:30 going towards 7. We didn't have any other choice. So then we got message from their side. I think my dad spoke to your dad, or our parents basically communicated, and then we decided it was going to be in Inam's garden. It was big enough. We had to then message all of our guests from his side, from our side, saying change of address, come here instead. We had to then get all of our people, so the DJ, photographers, stage people, everybody, we said come over here, set up as much as you can over here. It was starting to get late. The event should have started by that point already. At this point I was already ready. I was just waiting for my aunt to put my sari on for me. So I went over to my cousin's house and my aunt was doing my sari. My sister was with me and my 2 cousins, and one by one everyone went to his place. My bridesmaids and my aunties who are at home with me, they all went to Dunelm to go get extra decor and stuff to make the garden look good. So they were all in their outfits, saris, jewellery, hair, makeup done, like running around Dunelm, running around like Asda Living, all those kind of shops with a massive trolley trying to get as much decoration as they can for the garden. I was blissfully unaware of all of this. I was just getting my sari put on and just waiting around. I don't know how crazy busy it was at your house, so you're gonna have to explain that part.
Yeah, no, it was crazy because the thing is, everything moved like so fast. So like, I would go downstairs and like nothing would be sort of done, and then I'd come upstairs to do something else, and then I come back downstairs and it looks completely different. Like things just kept moving, and like I remember people had been sent out to their houses to get like chairs, like spare makeshift stuff that we could use. Like, but at the end of it, because our decoration, like we paid like some company to decorate our stage for the hall. They brought all their stuff to my garden and like just set up like the colourful cushions that were meant to go on the stage for like people to sit on, because there weren't enough chairs. Every 6 chairs were different, so like it was weird, but it all came together quite well.
Yeah, it did come together
surprisingly.
Quite well. Yeah, so who was like helping out? Like, was there my family there doing it? Was it you guys?
If
like,
I
was there
could
guests?
tell you, like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you, because there's like 80 people in my house, all just running wild.
Oh wow, everyone was.
A lot of people, yeah.
Had a lot of guests turned up by then.
Again, the whole house was like a bee's hive. Like people were everywhere. For me to know who's what and what's what on the Mehndi of my Mehndi, being the groom, I didn't care. Like I was just right. Who needs what and what needs doing, and it was just I only had eyes for finishing it so we can get ready to start the event. I wasn't like, oh, who's that? Oh, why are they not doing it? Like, yeah. None of that. It was just like, crack on with it. Like, my boys were everywhere. I was everywhere. I had to stay kind of out of it and involved in it because I was half dressed.
Oh.
So I didn't have like my full kurta on, but I had like my bottoms on with like a different kameez. Like, it looked weird. So I was just not trying to get hands on with anything, because then I'd get dirty and have to get showered again. Yeah. So.
But yeah, basically everyone pulled
together. It didn't take long though.
Did it not?
No, it probably only took about half an hour, 40 minutes from start to finish.
Yeah, because I think I came at 8.
Yeah.
And you'd already done your entrance by then.
Yeah.
And everything was already set up, and the Mehndi had started before 8.
Yeah.
So if they started around 6:47ish, then
within the hour we had it all turned around.
That is insane. Literally, like when we look back at our Mehndi now, it looks like it was supposed to be in the garden, even though it was all makeshift. It turned out really well. Like everybody was helping. Everybody just kind of helped make it all come together. The decoration company also were a little bit stressful for me because they had to go to another event and set up somewhere else after doing ours. So they were in a rush. They couldn't set up the main backdrop that I'd asked for because it required some railing thing which couldn't be set up in the garden on the grass. So then they gave as much fabric as they could and as much stuff as they could, and then that's why we end up doing it on their garden swing, and we just wrapped it all around and put the little gazebo around it and kind of just made it work because we had no choice. So that was that. The Mehndi actually ended up starting at like, I want to say like probably 7:30, innit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Mehndi ended up starting at like 7:30. All of our close ones were there. So everyone that we wanted to be there were there, and they didn't mind putting in the effort to make it all come together. Yeah. I was still sat at my aunt's house waiting, bored out of my mind. And to be quite honest, I had a bit of FOMO because I was like, what is going on over at the other house? Like, I really want to know. I'm just sat here bored. Like, there's videos of me that my sister took, and I'm just on my phone, or I'm just like sat there and I'm just like, oh, I just want to go there already. I feel like everyone's having a good time without me.
We weren't.
In my head, I was like, they're all starting the Mehndi without me. It's my Mehndi too. But yeah, so my dad came and picked up me and my sisters and my aunt, and we got there at around 8ish, I want to say. And yeah, I did my entrance. Before that, he'd already done his entrance. Everyone was already there. And yes, so after my entrance, because my bridesmaids were in my entrance, after my entrance, obviously we were kind of stuck on the stage for quite a while, but the church hall, somebody from the church hall called up one of my bridesmaids and was like, you were supposed to have an event. Is it today? I think your event is supposed to be. This is at like 8:30. We're well far away from when the event was supposed to start and when they were supposed to let us in. 8:30, they called so cash, like, oh yeah, I think you're supposed to have an event. Was it today? I'm not, yeah, I think you were meant to have an event today. And then my bridesmaid at that point was like, listen, yeah, I will deal with you tomorrow. Yes, we were supposed to have the event. You were supposed to have contacted us 2.5 hours ago. yeah, it's too late now. We've had to figure something else out. I don't have time for you. I'll deal with you tomorrow. And then she hung up on them. I think it was Naveen or Nimbi, one of them that dealt with it. They just got straight to the point and said, I'm not dealing with you today. I'll deal with you tomorrow, and just hung up on them. So all in all, Mehndi came out really well. We were really happy with it. Everyone had a really good time. Ended up being really good. Fast forward to the next day. I don't know if I told you this, about how them lot had a go at the church hall people on the phone. Yeah, they had a massive go at them. So the next day, my bridesmaids were staying at my house during my entire wedding week. So obviously the next day we were all in the same room. We woke up, we had our breakfast, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 of my bridesmaids were like, right, let's call up the hall and let's see what's happened, because we're fuming. So they called up the guy, which was the guy that I had dealt with when I went to sign the papers back in March/April, and they literally went ham. There was 2 of them, mainly my 2 of my bridesmaids that went in. They put the phone on loudspeaker, so we all sat around it listening to what they had to say. What the hall people were saying was that, oh, you were supposed to pay the remainder of the money 2 weeks before your event, and you're supposed to come and collect a key. And I was like, okay, that's fine, but why was I not told this? I went to your office, I signed some papers, I gave you some money there, half of the money there. Why was I not told when? Like, clear instructions of what the rest of the process looks like. I was not told that. Otherwise, why would I just forget about it or not care about it? Obviously, I would care because it's my wedding. So I was like, you didn't tell me that. So how am I supposed to know? You did not contact me. You had my contact and you didn't reach out to me. So how was I supposed to know that? And they're like, oh, well, obviously, if you don't pay the rest of the money, then the hall is going to be locked, blah, blah. We went away. They went away. So the church, little group of church people, they went away to some retreat all the way in, what's that area? It's where the Norfolk or something, like somewhere like that. Like somewhere far away, basically, they went to go on a little retreat, forgetting that they had an event booked. Which, by the way, when I booked with them on the day, the man, he put it down on the calendar that was on the wall in their office. So they have no freaking excuse. So they were like stuttering on the phone because they obviously had no excuse for why they weren't there to open it and why they didn't contact me. And then my bridesmaids were like, we want a refund. We didn't even use the venue. We're going to leave you bad reviews. You need to give our money back, blah, blah, blah. They got into a bit of a heated discussion with the church guy. And in the end, the guy said, okay, we'll refund you your deposit that you'd paid. But he wasn't really trying to take any blame. Like, he wasn't really trying to admit that he messed up. But yeah, them lot had a massive go at him on the phone. And then he was like, okay, fine, I'll refund you the money. And then they were like, okay, well, refund it right now. Like, hang up the phone, refund the money, and then we're going to call you back to check that you've done it. Or send us a receipt so we can see that you've done it. If you haven't done it, we're going to be calling you back. We have 2 free numbers for you now, so you can't get away without paying back. So yeah, I think later on that day, they'd returned us the money, and yeah, it was just a whole load of stress for no reason. It just goes to show, like, no matter how much you plan for your wedding events and stuff, no matter how much everybody's on time, everything is how it needs to be, something can always go wrong, and that's okay as long as you can recover it and salvage it. It's fine. You just got to stay calm. I don't know how I managed to stay calm. I don't know if you was calm or not.
I mean, initially I wasn't. It was quite stressful, but then when we discovered that we were going to do it at my house, that was it. Like, at that point I was calm. I think it's adapting to, like, accepting that your Mehndi is not now going to be where you thought it would be and it's somewhere else. Not to say the home Mehndi was worse, but it's just you have to sort of get on board with things really quickly. If we could, either one of us didn't do that, we wouldn't have had a good time. Like, we both did it and it just
went with it. Yeah, we just went with it, and yeah, it turned out fine in the end. I actually feel like it turned out better than it would have if it was in the hall.
Same. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have wanted it in the hall anymore.
No,
yeah,
neither. Like, since we had it in the garden, I was like, yeah, that's the best that it could have been.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, is that everything that happened with the venue? I'm trying to think, was there anything else?
Yeah, if you don't want to mix up like the wedding day stuff.
Yeah, oh god, there was so much drama of the wedding on the wedding day as well. I swear, if you're planning your wedding, just beware that things creep up.
Yeah, expect the worst.
Expect the worst. Things creep up. So, yeah, just be prepared for that, because I was pretty organised with my wedding stuff. I basically did most of the planning myself, and I had like my close people to help me, but I did majority of the work. I would say I did about 85% of it by myself, getting on top of things, contacting people, researching this, booking this, viewing this, all of that stuff I did by myself. Me and my family, we did all the stuff that we needed to do, including my bridesmaids. They helped out so much. Every base that we could cover, we more or less covered, but still things can go wrong. Like, whose Mehndi venue flops on the day of the Mehndi, not even in the morning. If it flopped in the morning, you know, you'd have the whole day to process it. You're like, okay, later on we need to go blah blah blah, we need to fix it, or we can find something else, find somewhere else because we've got enough time. Our venue flopped at the time that our event was supposed to start. Like,
yeah, they didn't even call us 2 weeks before, as if they said like you're supposed to pay the money.
Yeah,
like, you didn't
they
call
didn't
us.
call, you know, so we would naturally assume that it's fine, just show up and they'll open the door, you just give your money, they unlock the room for you, you go set up everything you need to. No, like, how often does it happen that your venue flops on the day at the time that you need it?
Yeah, you normally get an email with this kind of stuff, like it's now time to make your payment or whatever.
Or
like,
whatever, yeah,
anything.
whatever it is. So
a prompt.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's basically what happened with our Mehndi venue and how it came to be in Inam's garden, which literally was probably the best thing that could have happened, because it was so nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Every part of it was just so nice. Looking back, like when we was watching the video last week, you know, the food stuff and all of that, we didn't see all of that. I mean, I definitely didn't see it because it all ran so late that I didn't even get a chance to see any of that. And it got dark outside as well. As soon as I did my entrance, pretty much like 20 minutes after that, it got dark outside, so we had to put the fairy lights and all that stuff on. But all of it, when I watched the video, it all came together, so I couldn't have asked for a better Mehndi overall. But yeah, so that was what happened with our Mehndi venue and why it ended up being in Inam's garden. If you want to see our wedding trailer, or us reacting to our wedding trailer, then comment that down below and then we can show you that, and we can tell you about the time that our wedding venue, what stress they caused for us on the day of our wedding as well, and what it was like getting married at Lakeview Marquee and how the dealings and the proceedings all went with that. Because I'm just gonna put it out there, I don't want people, it's a really nice venue, but I don't want people who are about to get married, like a bride and groom, to book them and be freaking stressed and over, what's the word, like oversold? Is that the word? You know, when you big it up too much.
People get it, yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't get half of what you asked for. So that's kind of the overall gist of what happened with our wedding venue. But if you want to know that in detail, then leave that down in the comments section below. And yeah, that's it basically. That's what happened.
I don't think we missed anything.
No, I don't think we missed anything. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to leave it a massive like. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if anything like that similar has happened to you or any one of your family members, somebody that you know, because it can't be just us. There must be other people that this has happened to as well. Like, so let us know in the comments below if you've had a similar experience. Subscribe if you haven't already. Getting close to 500 now, so yay. We will probably announce what we're going to be giving away soon, and all the rules and how to enter the giveaway and all of that stuff soon as well. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Yeah, all right then. So I don't know about but I will catch you on my next video. Bye.